I'm going to be drawing out the brachial plexus and all of the regions that, or muscles that these different nerves innervate. So we've got C5, C6, C7, C8, and T1. These are going to be our roots. From here, we're going to have C5 and C6 come together, C7 stay on its own, and C8 and T1 come together. These are going to form our trunks. We also have a few extra nerves that are going to come off of our roots. We have the dorsal scapular nerve, and we have C5, C6, and C7 coming together to form the long thoracic nerve. These two nerves are going to innervate. Dorsal scapular nerve is going to innervate our rhomboids major, rhomboid minor, and levator scapulae. Oh. All right, long thoracic nerve is going to innervate our serratus anterior. Coming back to our roots, C5 and C6 come together to form the upper trunk. C7 stays on its own to form the middle. And then C8 and T1 are going to form that lower trunk. We have a few more nerves that come off of here. Upper nerve, or upper trunk, is going to come into, is that wrong? I have the nerve to subclavius. And then I also have the suprascapular nerve. Nerve to subclavius is going to innervate the subclavius, and suprascapular nerve is going to innervate the supraspinatus and the infraspinatus. From here, we are going to go into our divisions. We also have a little landmark here. This is going to be our clavicle. So everything on this side is going to be that supraclavicular region. And then everything over here will be infraclavicular. Going into those divisions, upper is going to split into anterior, posterior. Same thing for that middle trunk, anterior and posterior divisions. And then the lower trunk is going to go posterior, anterior divisions. All right. From our divisions, we go into our cords. This is what we can actually see on our cadavers. We have all of the posterior cords forming, or all the posterior divisions forming into that posterior cord. Our upper anterior and our middle anterior are going to form our lateral cord, and then we have our anterior from the lower trunk coming out on its own to form that medial cord. We also have a few more nerves coming off of these cords. Lateral is going to give us our lateral pectoral nerve. which is going to innervate our pectoralis major. From the posterior cord, we have 3 other nerves here. We have our upper subscapular nerve. We have our lower subscapular nerve, and then we also have our thoracodorsal nerve and the muscles here. So that lower subscapular nerve is going to innervate our subscapularis, as well as the teres major. And then that upper subscapular nerve is also innervating our subscapularis. The thoracodorsal nerve is going to innervate the latissimus dorsi. Coming off of the medial cord, another 3 extra nerves. 2 here, the medial antebrachial cutaneous nerve, the medial brachial cutaneous nerve. Cute. And both of these are going to go to the skin, so there are no muscles that those ones innervate, but we have the medial pectoral nerve, which is also going to innervate the pectoralis major, as well as pectoralis minor. From here, we're going to go into the terminal branches. So I'm going to have my lateral cord come out and form the musculocutaneous nerve. And then my lateral cord is going to join part of that medial cord, and it's going to form my median nerve. And then the other part of that medial cord is going to come out to form our ulnar nerve. So when we're on the cadavers, this is what we see in that M structure. The posterior cord is going to split into our axillary nerve as well as our radial nerve. And that one is going to be super thick because it has a lot to innervate. So from here, we're going to talk about the regions that each of these terminal branches are going to innervate. So for the musculocutaneous nerve, that is going to innervate our anterior brachium through here. Then I have the axillary nerve, which is going to innervate the deltoids and the teres minor. The radial nerve is going to innervate all of the posterior side of our arm. So we have the posterior brachium and the posterior antebrachium. The median nerve is going to innervate 6.5 muscles from the anterior antebrachium and 5 muscles from the manus or the hand. Then I'm going to go into the ulnar nerve, which is going to take 1 and that other half muscle from the anterior antebrachium. And then I have 9 muscles from the manus for that.
And here is our brachial plexus.